My child, stop right there. Do not scroll away. Do not let distraction pull your eyes from this screen, because I have orchestrated this very moment just for you. This is not a coincidence. This is not a random video on your timeline. This is a divine interruption. I have paused the motion of heaven to speak directly into the heavy, exhausted heart you are carrying right now. I see the silent battle you are fighting. I see the weight you are dragging through your days, smiling on the outside, while your spirit feels like it is breaking underneath the pressure. You have been fighting this war in the quiet of your mind, behind closed doors, in the late hours of the night when everyone else is sleeping. You have cried tears that no one else saw, and you have whispered prayers that felt like they were hitting a brass ceiling. But hear my voice clearly today. I have seen every single tear. I have heard every silent cry. You have been feeling utterly overwhelmed, haven't you? The anxiety has been creeping into your home like a thick fog, making it hard to see the path ahead. The enemy has been whispering lies into your ear, telling you that you are alone, that this situation will never change, that you are going to be stuck in this cycle of defeat and lack forever. He wants you to believe that the silent battle you are fighting is going to destroy you. He wants you so focused on the terrifying waves of your storm that you forget who controls the wind. But I am stepping into your storm today to tell you the ultimate truth. The battle you are fighting is not yours to win. It is mine, and I have already won it. I know exactly how tired you are. I know that you feel like you have nothing left to give, that your spiritual and emotional strength is entirely depleted. You have been trying to fix everything on your own, carrying burdens that were never meant for your shoulders. You have been analyzing every detail, overthinking every scenario, trying to figure out how to survive this waiting season. But I am asking you to put the heavy armor down for just a moment. Just breathe. Let my presence surround you right now where you sit. I am not angry with your exhaustion. I am holding you in the midst of it. If you truly believe that I am standing with you right now, type Amen in the comments and let your spirit begin to shift. The silence you have been experiencing from me was not my absence. It was the quietness of a father preparing a miraculous victory behind the scenes. Stay with me, do not leave, and listen carefully to what I am about to reveal, because what I am doing next will change the trajectory of your life. Listen to me closely, because the enemy has been trying to blind you to what is really happening in the spiritual realm. You have been looking at your circumstances through natural eyes, seeing only the bills, the broken relationships, the endless waiting, and the physical exhaustion. You have called it bad luck. You have called it a tough season. But I am revealing the truth to you today. It is a coordinated spiritual attack. The enemy saw the incredible blessing I have prepared for your next chapter, and he panicked. He knows he cannot stop what I have ordained for your life, so he decided to attack your peace. He decided to attack your mind. He has been planting seeds of doubt, whispering that I have forgotten you, that your prayers are bouncing off the ceiling, and that your future is going to look exactly like your painful past. Have you noticed the sudden tension in your home? Have you felt that strange, heavy atmosphere when you walk into a room, a sense of unease that you cannot quite explain? That is not just stress, my child. That is spiritual resistance. The enemy has been trying to turn your sanctuary into a battlefield. He wants you frustrated with the people you love. He wants you isolated, crying in the dark, believing that no one understands the depth of your pain. But I understand. I was there when your heart shattered. I was there when you felt like you could not take one more step. I caught every single tear you shed when you thought you were completely alone. You must stop believing the lie that my silence meant I walked away. In the moments when you felt I was furthest from you, I was actually doing my most profound work. When a seed is planted in the dark soil, it feels buried, abandoned, and crushed by the weight of the dirt. But it is not buried, it is planted. You have not been buried by this trial, my child. You have been planted for a massive harvest. The pressure you are feeling right now is the pressure of a new season trying to break forth. I am using the very things the enemy meant for your destruction to build a testimony of my glory in your life. Do not give up now. You are standing on the very edge of your breakthrough. Stay with me, keep your spirit open, and prepare your heart for what I am about to speak next. I am stepping into your situation today, not just to comfort you, but to fight for you. The enemy thought that by extending your trial, he could break your faith. He thought that if he made you wait long enough, if he made the night dark enough, you would simply surrender and walk away from my promises. But he miscalculated the strength I placed inside of you. You are a spiritual warrior, my beloved child. Even when your hands were shaking, even when your voice was trembling, you kept holding on. And now the tide is turning. I am declaring a supernatural shift over your life, over your finances, and over your household. The heavy chains of anxiety that have been wrapped around your mind are snapping right now. The doors that have been slammed in your face, the opportunities that were unjustly taken from you, I am forcing them open with my own hands. You have been looking at the calendar, watching the days, months, and maybe even years slip by, wondering if I have forgotten the deep desires of your heart. Hear me clearly. Delay is never my denial. The waiting season was not a punishment, it was a divine preparation. I was building your character, strengthening your spiritual muscles, and aligning the pieces of your future so perfectly that when the blessing finally arrives, no man and no demon will be able to take it from you. I was not holding out on you. I was protecting you from stepping into a massive blessing before you had the capacity to sustain it. But now the waiting is over. Your season of preparation is coming to a definitive end. Tonight, as you lay your head down to sleep, I want you to release the tight grip you have on your worries. Stop trying to control the outcome. Let go of the heavy burdens of how and when. I am the God of the impossible, and I do not need natural circumstances to align in order to perform a supernatural miracle. I am reclaiming your peace. I am reclaiming your joy. The dark clouds of confusion that have been hovering over your home are dissipating under the authority of my name. Stay with me, child. Do not turn away, because the instruction I am going to give you next is the key to unlocking the very breakthrough you have been crying out for. I need you to remember who you truly are, my child. The enemy has worked tirelessly to strip away your identity, trying to make you feel as though you are unworthy, forgotten, and entirely invisible to the world. He wanted you to look in the mirror and only see your mistakes, your failures, and your brokenness. But when I look at you, I do not see a failure. I see my beloved child. You are chosen, you are deeply loved, and you are held firmly by my grace. The pain you survived was shaping you, not destroying you. You survived because I never let go of your hand. As you prepare to step into this breakthrough, there is an instruction you must follow for this new season. I am asking you to release the bitterness and the unforgiveness you have been holding on to. I know how deeply they hurt you. I saw the betrayal, and I felt the sting of their words right alongside you. But you must forgive them, not because their actions were right, but because your spirit must be completely free to receive the massive blessing of this new season. Holding on to anger is like keeping a heavy chain wrapped around your own heart. Let it drop tonight. Surrender that pain to me and trust God to be your ultimate vindicator. Stay close to me in prayer during these next few days. The enemy knows his time to torment you is up, so he will try to throw last-minute distractions and fear attacks your way. Do not believe the lies. Fear is not your future. When anxiety tries to whisper in your ear, silence it with my truth. Speak my name over your home, over your family, and over your finances. You are entering a season of open doors that no one can shut. You are entering a season where what was stolen will be restored. Keep your eyes fixed on me, avoid distraction, and do not let the noise of the world pull you away. Hear me clearly right now. Your home was designed to be a sanctuary of peace, not a battlefield where you constantly feel drained, anxious, and on edge. The enemy has tried to hijack the spiritual atmosphere of your house, slipping in through the cracks of your exhaustion and frustration. But tonight, I am handing you back the keys to your spiritual authority. I am walking through your living room, through your hallways, and standing in the very spaces where the heaviest arguments and deepest misunderstandings have taken place. I am touching the walls that have absorbed your quiet tears and your words of pain, and I am declaring, peace, be still. But I need you to partner with me in this spiritual cleansing. I need you to open your mouth and use the powerful voice I gave you. You have been sitting in silence for too long, hoping that the tension would simply pass on its own, hoping that the heavy clouds of confusion would eventually blow over. But peace is not passive, my child. Peace is born from presence and from the bold declaration of my truth. When you speak my name, the darkness does not just hesitate, it trembles and flees. The enemy has worked relentlessly to keep you quiet, because he is absolutely terrified of what will happen when you finally realize your own spiritual strength. He wants you to believe you are weak and defenseless. But the exact same spirit that raised Jesus from the grave is dwelling inside of you right now. Your voice carries immense heavenly weight. Every time you choose to worship in the middle of your worry, and every time you speak life over your family, instead of complaining about the struggle, you are actively shifting the atmosphere of your home. Tonight, before you close your eyes, I want you to do something deeply prophetic. I want you to walk through your house and take it back from the enemy. Speak over your children's rooms, speak over your own bedroom, and declare that this home belongs to the Lord. Command the spirit of fear, the spirit of division, and the spirit of heavy anxiety to leave your property immediately. You are not just fighting for your own peace, you are fighting for the generational blessing of your entire family. The angels of heaven are standing guard around your home this very second, waiting for your faithful command. Keep your heart open and stay with me, because what I am going to reveal to you next will uncover the exact hidden trap the enemy set for your finances, and how I am dismantling it right now. Listen to me very closely, because the enemy has been trying to keep you blind to the exact strategy he used against your livelihood. You have been looking at your bank accounts, staring at the mounting bills, and feeling a suffocating weight of inadequacy. You have worked so hard, prayed so earnestly, and yet it felt like you were pouring your hope into a basket with holes. You thought you were failing, or worse, that I was intentionally withholding my blessing from you. But that is a lie straight from the pit of darkness. The truth is, the enemy set a hidden trap of financial anxiety designed specifically to drain your spirit, steal your peace, and keep you perpetually exhausted. He knew that if he could keep you stressed about money and worrying about how you would survive tomorrow, he could successfully distract you from the massive spiritual inheritance I am preparing to release into your hands. I have seen the silent panic attacks. I have watched you calculate numbers over and over again in the middle of the night, trying to stretch what little you had left, quietly weeping when the math simply did not add up. The enemy used a spirit of lack to try and convince you that struggle and poverty was your permanent, inescapable identity. He used unexpected delays, sudden expenses, and unjust losses to build a thick wall of frustration around your faith. But I am stepping in to dismantle that wall brick by brick right now. The traps that were set in secret to keep you in debt and financial bondage are being shattered by my absolute authority. What the enemy meant for your absolute ruin, I am completely turning around for your unprecedented prosperity. I am not just going to restore what was unfairly stolen from you, I am going to multiply it. Do not let the current numbers dictate your faith for the future. The physical realm is simply catching up to what I have already decreed in the spiritual realm. I am opening doors of financial provision that no man, no struggling economy, and no demonic force can ever shut. Unexpected favor is heading your way. But I need you to shift your mindset tonight. Stop speaking words of poverty and defeat over your own life. You are a chosen child of the Most High God, and you are stepping into a brand new season of radical abundance. Stay right here with me. Do not click away, because what I am going to share next will reveal exactly how I am healing the deep emotional scars that this long, painful journey has left on your beautiful soul, my beloved child. The battle you have been fighting has left deep wounds, not just on your circumstances, but on your heart. I see the invisible scars you carry, the ones that remain even when the world around you seems to be getting better. You have walked through seasons where you felt pushed to the absolute edge, and the trauma of those moments has settled in your spirit like a heavy, cold weight. You have tried to heal yourself, trying to bury the pain under distractions, under busyness, or even by pretending that the past did not happen. But I am the God of the brokenhearted, and I have come to tell you that the deep emotional scars left by this journey are not going to define your future. I am bringing my healing oil to every place where you were cut, every place where you were rejected, and every place where you felt abandoned. You must understand that the enemy did not just want to steal your peace. He wanted to poison your soul with bitterness and shame. He wanted you to walk into this new season carrying the heavy baggage of your yesterday. But tonight, I am granting you a supernatural release from that baggage. You have been replaying scenes of your failures and your heartbreaks, thinking that if you just analyze them long enough, you will understand why life became so hard. But you are not meant to live in the graveyard of your past. I am calling you out of the shadows. I am replacing your spirit of heaviness with my garment of praise. Where you once felt weak, I am pouring in my divine strength. Where you once felt forgotten, I am reminding you of my constant, unwavering presence. I am asking you to stop being so hard on yourself. You judge yourself for the times you stumbled, but I look at your life and see the moments you chose to stand back up, despite the agony. You are more resilient than you know, and your healing is not something you have to earn. It is something I am freely gifting you tonight. As you sleep, my spirit will move through your subconscious, clearing out the debris of fear and replacing it with the rock-solid foundation of my love. You do not have to carry the scars of yesterday into your tomorrow. They are fading in the light of my glory. Do not turn away, because in the next part, I will reveal how to silence the lies of the enemy once and for all, so that you can hear my voice above the chaos. The reason you have felt so confused and pulled in 1,000 different directions is because the enemy has been relentless in his pursuit to drown out my voice with a cacophony of lies. He knows that my voice is your compass, your comfort, and your greatest weapon. If he can make you question what you hear from me, he can keep you wandering in the wilderness of your own doubt. You have been listening to the accusations of your past, the criticisms of people who do not know your heart, and the anxious whispers of your own mind. You have mistaken those external and internal noises for the truth about your life. but I am the truth, and I am the only voice that carries the authority to define who you are and where you are going. Tonight, I am commanding every lying spirit that has been whispering into your subconscious to be silenced. You need to understand that not every thought that enters your mind is your own, and certainly not every thought is from me. The enemy loves to masquerade as your own inner critic, feeding you narratives of failure, inadequacy, and impending doom. When you hear a voice telling you that you are not good enough, that the breakthrough is never coming, or that you have failed God too many times to be restored, that is not my voice. My voice convicts, but it never condemns. My voice encourages, but it never crushes. When I speak to you, it brings light, clarity, and a deep, steady peace that guards your heart against the chaos of the world. From this moment forward, I am refining your spiritual hearing. I am clearing the static from the line. You will no longer struggle to distinguish my whispers from the enemy's shouts. As you spend time in my presence, my words will begin to resonate in your spirit with such power that every deception will fall away. You are learning to recognize the tone of my love, which is always consistent, always faithful, and always centered on your redemption. Do not believe the lies that say you are too far gone, or that your mistakes have permanently disqualified you from my promises. You are my child, and your destiny is securely in my hands. Stay focused, keep your heart soft toward me, and prepare yourself, because in the next part, I am going to show you exactly how I am repositioning your entire life to align with my perfect will. You have spent so much time feeling like you were drifting, pushed around by the circumstances of life like a boat without a rudder. You have felt out of place, out of time, and out of alignment with the very purpose I placed in your spirit. But tonight, I want you to understand that I have been repositioning you all along. Every setback you faced, every delay that frustrated you, and every person who walked out of your life was part of a divine calibration. I have been moving you out of stagnant environments where your soul could no longer grow, and I am shifting you into a place where your gifts will flourish. You are being aligned with my perfect will, and that process often feels uncomfortable because I am stripping away everything that is not meant to be part of your future. I am moving you away from the influences that kept your vision small and toward people and opportunities that will challenge you to rise to the level I have called you to. You have felt misplaced because you were trying to fit into a mold that I had already outgrown for you. Do not fear the transition, embrace it. I am rearranging the pieces of your life with surgical precision. Doors that were closed to you for years are being unlocked, and paths that seem blocked by mountains are being leveled by my power. This repositioning is not about me changing my mind. It is about me finally releasing the strategy I have had for your success from the very beginning. I am adjusting your internal compass so that you stop running toward things that offer only temporary comfort and start running toward the eternal purpose I have waiting for you. This alignment will bring a sense of clarity you haven't felt in a long time. The confusion is lifting, and the vision is becoming sharp. You are exactly where you need to be, even if it feels foreign to you right now. You are being prepared for a level of responsibility and blessing that requires a heart that is fully surrendered to me. Keep your spirit attuned to my guidance, trust the process of this repositioning, and remain faithful in the small things. I am about to take everything you have been through and use it as a launching pad for your next great season of impact. Stay here with me, for what I will reveal next is the secret to sustaining this breakthrough for the rest of your life. The breakthrough you are experiencing tonight is not merely a temporary relief from the pressure. It is a permanent invitation to live at a higher level of faith. Many of my children receive a touch of my power and then immediately revert to their old ways of thinking, allowing the enemy to reclaim the ground they just fought so hard to win. Do not let that be your story. Sustaining this breakthrough requires a daily, intentional commitment to guarding your heart and your home. You have fought for this peace, and now you must cultivate it like a precious garden. The secret to living in the overflow of my blessings is not found in sporadic moments of intensity, but in the steady, rhythmic habit of staying connected to me, regardless of how your circumstances look on the outside. I am calling you to a lifestyle of unwavering trust. There will be days when the enemy will try to test your resolve, whispering that the breakthrough you felt tonight was just an emotion or a coincidence. He will try to bring back the old shadows of anxiety and doubt to see if you will entertain them again. When those moments come, you must stand your ground. Remember the declaration you made tonight. Remember the authority I have restored to you. Do not negotiate with the enemy. Do not entertain what-if scenarios that lead you back into fear. Every time you choose to praise me when you feel like worrying, you are pouring concrete over the foundation of your breakthrough. This is the beginning of a transformed life. You are becoming a person who carries my presence into every room you enter. Your home is no longer a site of spiritual warfare. It is a monument to my victory. Walk in this confidence. Do not be ashamed of your faith, and do not apologize for the peace that now guards your mind. As you continue to walk this path, keep your eyes fixed on the horizon of the future I have promised you, not the ruins of the past I have already cleared away. You are learning to move from a place of survival to a place of thriving. Stay focused, stay humble, and keep your spirit tuned to my frequency. What I am about to show you in the next part is the secret to unlocking the very legacy I have designed for your life and your family. Your breakthrough tonight is not just for you, it is the beginning of a legacy that will echo through generations. Many of my children focus only on the immediate relief of their current pain, but I am thinking about your children, your grandchildren, and the generations that will follow your footsteps. By choosing to cleanse your home, by choosing to silence the noise, and by choosing to stand in your spiritual authority, you are shifting the spiritual DNA of your entire family line. The cycles of struggle, confusion, and fear that have haunted your ancestry are being broken right now. You are acting as the gatekeeper of your family, deciding that the darkness stops with you, and that only my light will be passed down to those who come after you. Do not underestimate the power of a legacy rooted in my truth. When your children see you stand firm in faith when the world is shaking, they learn how to be warriors themselves. When they witness you choosing forgiveness over resentment, they learn how to be healers. You are teaching them by example that their house is not a place of defeat, but a place where the King of Kings resides. Every time you open your Bible, every time you pray over their beds, and every time you speak life instead of criticism, you are building an invisible hedge of protection around them that will hold strong long after you are gone. This is the weight and the beauty of the position I have placed you in. I am calling you to step into this role with boldness. You are not just a parent, a spouse, or a friend. You are a spiritual pioneer. You are breaking new ground, turning the soil of your family's future, and planting seeds of righteousness that will yield a harvest of peace. The enemy hates this. He hates the fact that you are becoming a source of light that your family can lean on. But he cannot stop what I am doing in you. As you continue to walk in this newfound clarity, keep your heart set on the eternal perspective. You are building something that outlasts every temporary trouble you have ever faced. Stay committed to this high calling. Remain vigilant in your spiritual walk, and watch as I use your life as a blueprint for the restoration of your entire family. Stay with me, for in the next part, I will reveal how to sustain the fire of my presence in your home, even on the days when you feel your own strength is failing. My child, the most effective way to sustain the fire of my presence in your home, especially on those difficult days when your own strength feels like it is completely running dry, is to anchor your soul directly into my word. You have been relying on your own emotions to gauge my closeness, but emotions are like the tides of the ocean. They rise and fall with the circumstances of your day. If you base your faith on how you feel, you will be tossed about by every wind of trial. But if you anchor your life in the unchanging truth of my promises, you will remain unmoved, no matter how fierce the storm becomes. I am calling you to move from a faith of feeling to a faith of knowing. When you are tired, I want you to open the pages of my word and let my promises speak louder than your exhaustion. You must become a person who speaks my language. When the enemy tries to tell you that you are defeated, you must open your mouth and declare the scriptures I have given you. Do not just read my word, breathe it in. Let it become the air your spirit inhales every morning before you face the world. When you feel the weight of the world pressing down on your shoulders, remember that I have already overcome the world. When you feel lonely, remember that I am closer than your own breath. When you feel like you lack provision, remember that I am your shepherd, who supplies all your needs. Your strength is not meant to come from your own human effort. It is meant to be a supernatural exchange. As you lean on me, I pour my infinite strength into your weakness. This daily anchoring is what keeps your home holy ground. It is the ritual of submission that keeps the darkness from encroaching on your territory. Even on your weakest days, I am not looking for your perfection. I am looking for your dependence. When you are too tired to pray, just sit in silence and let my love wash over you. When you are too broken to articulate your needs, my spirit intercedes for you with groanings that words cannot express. You are never left to fight this battle alone. I am your refuge, your fortress, and your very present help in times of trouble. Keep your eyes on the promises I have made to you, for they are more real than the pain you see today. Stay with me, my child. We are approaching the final reveal of the strategy I have for your complete victory, and you must hear it with a heart fully prepared for the restoration of your destiny. My child, you have been operating in the realm of scarcity for far too long, believing that your resources are limited to what you can see in your bank account or what you can earn with your own hands. You have been striving and sweating, trying to force a breakthrough, but you have been fighting with natural weapons in a supernatural war. Tonight, I am shifting your perspective. I am the creator of the universe, the owner of the cattle on 1,000 hills, and the source of all provision. I do not experience lack, and as you walk in alignment with me, you do not have to live under the weight of scarcity either. The financial dry season you have been enduring was a testing ground for your trust, but I am declaring an end to the drought. I am opening the windows of heaven over your life, and I am preparing to pour out a blessing so substantial that you will not have room enough to contain it. I am dismantling the spirit of lack that has been hovering over your household. I am closing the doors that were leaking your resources and opening wide the gates of abundance. This is not about winning a lottery or hoping for a stroke of luck. This is about divine favor and supernatural repositioning. I am guiding you toward new ideas, new connections, and new strategies that will shift your reality from survival to overflow. You have been faithful in the little, even when you felt like you had nothing to give, and that faithfulness has not gone unnoticed by me. Now I am entrusting you with more, but remember, this increase is not meant for you to hoard. It is meant to make you a conduit of my love and a witness to my power. As you step into this season of provision, I want you to cultivate a heart of radical generosity. When you operate from a place of abundance, you no longer fear the lack because you know your source is inexhaustible. Trust me with your finances just as you trust me with your soul. Stop declaring that you are broke or struggling and begin to declare that you are equipped for every good work I have planned for you. Your tongue has the power of life and death, so stop cursing your own harvest before it even has a chance to grow. I am moving behind the scenes, aligning people, contracts, and opportunities that you could never have orchestrated on your own. Keep your focus on my kingdom, and I promise you all these things will be added unto you. Stay with me, for in the next part I will reveal the profound truth about your family's restoration and why the reconciliation you have been praying for is finally within reach. My child, I am turning my attention to the deepest longings of your heart, the restoration and reconciliation of the relationships that have been fractured, strained, or broken. I know the ache of a home divided, the sting of words spoken in anger, and the heavy silence that sits between you and the people you love. You have prayed for unity, you have wept for the hearts of your family members, and you have wondered if the distance between you was ever going to be bridged. I want you to know that I am the God of restoration, and nothing is too broken for my hands to mend. The enemy has worked hard to plant seeds of division, misunderstanding, and resentment within your family unit, using the pressures of the world to drive a wedge between those who were meant to stand together. But tonight, I am commanding those walls of separation to begin crumbling. I am moving in the hearts of those who have hurt you, and I am moving in your own heart as well. Reconciliation is not about justifying the past or pretending the pain didn't happen. It is about the supernatural grace that allows you to move forward in unity and peace. I am softening the hearts that have been hardened by pride, and I am opening the eyes of those who have been blinded by bitterness. You do not need to force this reconciliation. You only need to keep your heart positioned in love and prayer. I am the one who brings the breakthrough in relationships, and I am orchestrating the moments, the conversations, and the circumstances that will lead to healing. You have been carrying the burden of your family's dysfunction alone, but you were never meant to be their savior. That is my role. Your role is to be a vessel of my love, a beacon of my peace, and a constant intercessor for their souls. As you stop trying to fix them in your own strength and start releasing them into my hands, you will see a transformation that you never thought possible. There is a season of harvest coming for your family, a season where the laughter returns to your home and the broken bonds are forged anew in the fire of my grace. Do not lose heart, and do not stop standing in the gap for them. The prayers you have whispered in the dark are fueling the miracle that is about to manifest in the light. Stay with me, for in our final part, I will give you the ultimate promise and the final instruction for the life of victory I have called you to live. My child, I am turning my attention to the deepest longings of your heart, the restoration and reconciliation of the relationships that have been fractured, strained, or broken. I know the ache of a home divided, the sting of words spoken in anger, and the heavy silence that sits between you and the people you love. You have prayed for unity, you have wept for the hearts of your family members, and you have wondered if the distance between you was ever going to be bridged. I want you to know that I am the God of restoration, and nothing is too broken for my hands to mend. The enemy has worked hard to plant seeds of division, misunderstanding, and resentment within your family unit, using the pressures of the world to drive a wedge between those who were meant to stand together. But tonight, I am commanding those walls of separation to begin crumbling. I am moving in the hearts of those who have hurt you, and I am moving in your own heart as well. Reconciliation is not about justifying the past or pretending the pain didn't happen. It is about the supernatural grace that allows you to move forward in unity and peace. I am softening the hearts that have been hardened by pride, and I am opening the eyes of those who have been blinded by bitterness. You do not need to force this reconciliation. You only need to keep your heart positioned in love and prayer. I am the one who brings the breakthrough in relationships, and I am orchestrating the moments, the conversations, and the circumstances that will lead to healing. You have been carrying the burden of your family's dysfunction alone, but you were never meant to be their savior. That is my role. Your role is to be a vessel of my love, a beacon of my peace, and a constant intercessor for their souls. As you stop trying to fix them in your own strength and start releasing them into my hands, you will see a transformation that you never thought possible. There is a season of harvest coming for your family, a season where the laughter returns to your home and the broken bonds are forged anew in the fire of my grace. Do not lose heart, and do not stop standing in the gap for them. The prayers you have whispered in the dark are fueling the miracle that is about to manifest in the light. Stay with me, for in our final part, I will give you the ultimate promise and the final instruction for the life of victory I have called you to live. My child, we have walked a long path together in this message, and I want to leave you with one final, irrevocable promise. You were never created to be a victim of your circumstances. You were created to be an overcomer through me. The victory you are sensing tonight, the breakthrough that is beginning to stir in your spirit, is not just a passing feeling. It is the reality of my kingdom breaking into your natural life. Do not look back at the desert you have left behind. Do not let the enemy tempt you to revisit the places of your former pain. You are moving into a land of promise, a territory of peace, and a life of purpose that has been reserved for you since before the foundations of the world were laid. The battle was long, and the nights were often dark, but every step of the way I was refining you into the warrior you needed to become, to steward the blessing I am now releasing. Your victory is not a distant goal, it is your current reality, the moment you decide to walk in it. Every door that I have opened for you remains open, and every chain that I have shattered stays broken. The enemy has no authority in your house, no legal right to your joy, and no power to stop your progress. Stand tall in the identity I have given you. Walk with your head held high, knowing that the God of the universe is your Father, your protector, and your constant companion. When the world tries to shake you, be like a tree planted by the water, deeply rooted, unshakable, and flourishing even in the midst of a drought. You are a light that cannot be hidden, a testament to my faithfulness that will draw others to my love. As you step into the fullness of this victory, never forget the price of the peace you now carry. It was bought with my grace and maintained by your obedience. Keep your eyes fixed on me, keep your heart soft towards my spirit, and keep your mouth filled with my praises. This is the life I died to give you, a life of abundance, freedom, and unbreakable peace. You have finally arrived at the threshold of your breakthrough. Step through that door with confidence, knowing that I am leading the way. I am fighting your battles, and I will be with you until the very end. The silent battle is won. The new season is here. Go in the strength I have provided, my beloved child, for you are finally, truly, and completely free. Amen.